Hi, everyone. I'm Sunny.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rox. And this is
Literature on the Rocks.
So, how are you guys?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you guys in so long.
I know.
It's been a while. Like a whole week.
At least.
Wild. I have something. In honor of the book that we are summarizing today, Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman.
I'm excited.
The AI loves a foot.
Oh,
They love a foot.
it loves a foot.
Oh, God, it loves a foot so much.
Yes, it
Voice
does.
is disgusting.
Oh, I know. And it's like, oh, yeah. Daddy-like. So anyways, after the holiday, I've been waiting. We were crushing boxes to fit everything into the trash can. And my husband was in the garage stomping on, he wasn't barefoot, but he was stomping on boxes. And I was just giggling to myself and thinking, oh my God, the AI would love you.
You're watching it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Daddy's gonna get a pinky ring.
Box, go, baby.
Put this toe ring on real quick.
Be like, what the fuck? But that was my little humorous tidbit. This book has really infiltrated my life.
This book, yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You know what? MTV, I miss that. When you like actually watched music videos
Do
on it.
people still watch music videos like that?
I don't know, but like I miss
You can
it.
still find them. They're still being made.
Yes, they are. And who's watching
Who
them?
watches them?
I don't know.
I would
They're
literally.
still being made? Like at the production level?
Yes, Billie Eilish is doing like full on production.
Do you remember
music videos.
like the making of the music video show?
Yeah.
on MTV?
Yes.
Then you got to watch it at the end?
A real freaking thing.
Like a
it
whole
was
production.
But like, where are people watching them? Is what I'm wondering.
It's gotta be just YouTube.
It's got to be because I remember it was like such a vibe in the morning. You'd wake up, you'd turn on MTV, you'd watch a few music videos. You'd get ready. You'd sit back down, watch a few music videos.
Then you'd get into the car,
Yes.
listen to Petey Pablo on your way to
Yes.
school.
Yes. Then Rachel would come pick me up, and then we would drive and drop off my brother.
And when you heard the song,
And my
you could
sister.
also-
Yes.
when you heard the song, you would also be able to visualize
Yes.
the music video.
Ah,
Yes.
You're like,
such
I know
good
what
times.
she's wearing in this music video.
Yes.
And I can even do some of the dance moves.
We really
in fact,
are living the
I bought
dream.
Darren's dance grooves so I can learn.
Oh my God. Yeah, those were some
The good old days.
epic times.
Yeah.
There are some things that we talk about where I go, damn, we are old.
Yeah.
When things
But
leave my
the-
mouth
like,
like the good old days.
You know what? I'm gonna raise my daughter like it's the 90s. I've decided.
I can't. I'm
gonna
not
lock
letting.
her
I'm
in
not
front of a
letting her
TV
go
and-
outside until the streetlights come on without me being outside. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
we're
say,
gonna
there's a lot
alter.
of toxic stuff that
We're
we
gonna
were
alter a
raised with.
little bit, but like she's gonna get ready with some
In
music
fact,
videos.
my child, my oldest child, wants to have her own YouTube channel. Like she was very upset that
yeah.
she was not allowed to come here today
My son-
and be on
oh.
camera for this podcast because she did start listening to this book with me. Never finished it, but she started it. And then she was like, my friends are all on there and my friends. I'm like, I'm just trying to protect you.
Yeah.
That's why. And she was like, well, my friends' parents love them and they protect them and they let them on there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if they know
Exactly that.
that
Right.
the part that I'm protecting you from. And she's like, well, what is it? And I was like, it's not appropriate for me to tell you.
Yeah.
It's stuff
Yeah.
that you don't need to know about that I am protecting you from.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I think you're
Well, there are
being a
bad
little
people in the world.
overprotective.
Oh.
She thinks kidnapping is the worst thing that could happen. She's like, no one's going to kidnap me. And I'm like, okay.
We
But
are all
also
getting a
there's-
taste of our own medicine because I'm sure we were those children.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean I can't listen to this song?
Yeah, right. No, my parents didn't care about what they
No,
listened to or watched.
I don't. That was the thing. Like, there are a lot of things that I remember listening to and watching as a kid, and now thinking back, being really shocked. I was listening to to those songs or playing those things or whatever,
We
watching that
didn't
movie.
know what it meant.
That's the thing. Is like I know that I didn't know, right? And maybe that's why my parents were okay with it because they knew my level of innocence.
Right. It was like, you don't fully understand what you're saying. So I'm
Yes.
going to let you talk about dropping it low. And
Yeah, exactly.
Backseat windows up. That's the way I like to fuck.
Yeah.
She don't know what that means.
And riding that pony.
I don't think that.
I
I think like I knew, but it wasn't like I knew.
Yeah, like this is something sexual or inappropriate, but I'm going to sing it because I'm allowed to
Yes.
sing it.
Also, and I'm not really
But I'm not
in
sure what it
tune
means.
what exactly that
Like
means.
I really don't want to jump on your pony.
Yeah, exactly. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
like singing about it.
yeah, exactly.
Also,
It's a vibe.
can I pet your pony?
Can I pet that dog?
Right? So it's like, I think that was part of it. It was that, like, I was innocent and they knew it.
Right.
Right?
The issue with it, I think now, is everything is so public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was singing backseat windows up in like the back of my mom's
Singing
car.
the whisper song.
Yes.
We were almost adults when the Worcester song came out, okay?
We were like,
It's still like,
you guys were graduated. I think I was a senior.
was it? Like, year did it come out?
No, I was still in high school.
Were you?
Because I remember singing it. And
Came out 2005, the year we graduated.
yes, it
Okay,
was
so-
earlier in the year, but we had not graduated yet.
Okay,
I was
so
still in
then
high
you
school.
guys were graduated when I was driving to school singing it because I was driving to school. I wasn't with you guys.
Right.
Yeah, lonely.
Yes.
It was a lonely year.
Still, but still, all these things like we were singing it in the back of a car or to ourselves.
Not
performing.
online.
Yeah,
Not
not everything is
online.
posted for the world to see
Oh,
when
God.
we were younger.
17, you better believe I probably would have been posting things
Right.
like that.
Inappropriate
Oh,
things.
for sure. Which makes sense why it's like such a bad. Because if you put myself as a 17-year-old now with the access that
Yeah.
17-year-olds now have, I for sure would be making questionable online decisions.
Yeah, we made questionable real life decisions.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
no matter how mature I am, there's still an innocence to me that doesn't understand
Yes.
what posting this video
Yeah.
will actually mean.
Right. And you don't know.
And who has access to that video once I
Exactly.
post it and what they could do to it.
Yes,
To
absolutely.
my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Navigate.
have to worry about different stuff now because we are so technologically advanced and everything is just push of a button and now it's uploaded.
And it's hard because
worry about it though. Parents out there, worry about it.
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
your research.
Yeah.
Just even if you don't care about certain things, fine, to each their own. But know what you are handing your child.
Let's get into this weird book.
Yeah. Let's get weird.
I'm excited.
All right, so we're talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. Here's our author bio. So Matt Dinniman, New York Times bestseller, best known for Dungeon Crawler Carl series, a series with a mix of lit RPG genre, sci-fi, dark humor, and surprisingly big feelings. Before becoming a full-time writer, Dinniman worked in the tech industry, a background that shows up clearly in his love of systems, rules, and game mechanics that drive his stories. He didn't start out writing lit RPG exclusively. Dinniman began publishing independently, experimenting across speculative fiction, horror, and science fiction. Along with Dungeon Crawler Carl, he also has written the Dominion of Blades series, Kaiju, Battlefield Surgeon, The Grinding, and several novellas and short stories. A major part of his rise came through indie publishing and audiobooks. Dungeon Crawler Carl gained popularity after the Jeff Hayes narration was released,
I can understand that.
which helped introduce the series to a much wider audience. Because I think it's very niche, right? So you wouldn't probably pick it up unless you were into that lit RPG genre.
I mean, I had never. It's definitely the first book of its kind.
Yes, same.
And I really enjoyed
yeah.
that genre. I thought it
Yes.
was cool with the
Yes.
gaming element.
While he keeps his personal life fairly private, Dinniman has shared his love of gaming, genre fiction, and engaging directly with his readers. His career is very much a product of persistence, creative risk-taking, and proving that there's no single path to becoming a successful author. There you go.
I will
That's
say
Matt
real quick,
Dinniman.
this, because I did buy the book, and then you had said, oh, it's a really good audiobook.
Audio,
So I
yeah.
bought the audiobook. And Jeff Hayes I thought there was multiple
Yeah.
voice actors. He does it all. He's
Yes.
great.
He's so good.
Freaking good.
So
he doesn't do. The
Yes,
cat?
he does. He does them all.
That is really good.
Okay.
That's why I didn't realize he was the cat's voice as well, but because
He's
for
all of
sure.
it.
All right, so book summary. Earth is transformed into a deadly reality TV style dungeon crawl run by an alien entertainment network. Survivors are forced to descend level by level, complete challenges, and fight to stay alive, with each level getting increasingly more dangerous than the last, all while being watched, rated, and monetized. Carl and his talking cat, named Princess Donut, are are dropped into this chaos and quickly learn that survival isn't just about strength or weapons. It's about strategy, adaptability, and keeping your humanity intact when the whole universe is treating your trauma as entertainment. What starts as darkly hilarious quickly reveals sharp commentary on capitalism, spectacle, and what people become when the world turns their suffering into a game.
That was good.
Thank you.
So, about this cocktail, let's talk about it. It is basically, I have only read the first book, but my co-hosts have read multiple books. And apparently in future books, one of the characters, Princess Donut, she drinks a dirty Shirley.
She loves a dirty Shirley.
Loves a dirty Shirley.
With that, we decided to make a twist of a dirty Shirley.
So literature on the rocks, dirty Shirley.
Yeah, we literature on the rocks it up. We litified it.
Yeah!
So this one is pretty simple, but it is 1.5 ounce of vodka, a 1/2 ounce of grenadine, a 1/2 ounce of vanilla syrup, and then you top it with Sprite and garnish with a lemon and a cherry.
Are we calling this
The Royal Remedy.
Yes.
Oh, love it. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's delightful.
It is delightful.
Probably one of the more simple drinks that we've made, and it's good.
It's great. I like the little splash of
Cherry.
vanilla. I could see how Donut got on these.
Me too.
Let's start our trumps. Here we go.
So at 2:23 a.m., a global event kills anyone indoors. It's like the whole world just
Like all the
crushes.
buildings crash.
When you crunch a can
Yep.
to dispose of it, the buildings, the cars, anyone inside of anything under something, it got crushed and killed. So everyone outdoors survived. And anyone, Carl, who was outside retrieving his ex-girlfriend's cat, whose name is Princess Donut, the Queen and Chunk. But Carl just calls her Donut. He's in, basically nothing. Boxers, a shirt, and no shoes.
Oh, he does have shoes because he grabs his ex-girlfriend's pink Crocs real quick.
Yeah, they're too
yes.
small.
He loses them pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
But he does go outside in Crocs that are too small for him.
Right. So he survives as the buildings collapse, and then a robotic voice. It's almost like it plays in his head, and he can hear it. A robotic voice explains that Earth's structures were stripped for resources, and that humanity can reclaim the planet by conquering an 18-level world dungeon. He's freezing.
Because it's like snowing outside. It's super cold.
He has the cat in his hands, and Carl runs toward one of the dungeon entrances. Apparently, there's some all over the world. When he gets inside, Carl discovers a video game-like interface that he can see behind his eyeballs.
I imagined it like when your
Projected
car
into your-
projects
yeah.
it in your vision.
Okay.
So it's just like bloop, bloop, bloop.
Like a heads-up display,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
for your brain.
Yes.
Okay.
For your eye holes.
I imagine it like if I was wearing those 3D goggles and it was just the screen of a video game, but I'm wearing those goggles, so it looked just like a screen.
Like you
in
can
my
see
vision.
past it, but it's like right in front of your eyes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm envisioning, but
Yeah.
heads-up display version, where it's
Okay.
like you don't got goggles.
Princess Donut bites him, runs off, and the entrance seals. As he explores and falls into traps, he begins earning these achievements.
and it's like this booming AI voice. It's like, new achievement.
Every time. It's so funny.
It really is a great
Immersive book.
It's a great book to listen to.
Yes.
I didn't even have a desire to open the book. Usually I'll be like, I like to read with it sometimes if I
Yeah.
have both. And this time it was like, I was just enjoying the audiobook. He's definitely great. But yes, new achievement. And some of them are like, you unlocked the asshole award or something.
You didn't die. Good job, dumbass.
Yeah, yeah.
Reward? No reward.
Yeah.
You're still alive. Be grateful.
Yeah.
You just don't get rewards.
Yes. So it is definitely, it's fun to listen to. So he starts earning these achievements, and Carl is attacked by goblins driving a tractor. It's like this, actually, I think it's the cover of the audiobook. You could kind of see it looks like this tractor bulldozer thing with all these spikes and all these goblins are on it.
Do you remember the Labyrinth, the
Yes.
book? And they're in the tunnel, and that thing comes at them in the tunnel.
Oh no, now I don't.
That's what I pictured.
Oh, I need to watch
We
it.
can't picture that with you, but
I know,
thank
I'm
you
sorry,
for that.
but go ahead.
But he is basically trying to race away from it. There are things that happens where it's like, haha, you've lit this, you walked right into our trap. This was so obvious, you should have known, right? And then so he starts to kind of figure it out. Oh, this seems like the obvious way because it's a narrow hallway. The tractor can't fit through it, but this way is bigger. The tractor can come this way, but because it's less obvious, I think I'm going to take that route. So he turns and he starts going down that way. As he goes down there, he sees a door that's like a training room. And he goes into it and he meets Mordecai, who's a rat-like creature manning the tutorial guild. After reluctantly letting Carl and Donut into the safe room, Mordecai didn't realize the game had started.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you're 2 days early. What are you doing here? He lets him come in and he gives them like a little bit of a brief training.
He's like, I can't explain this to you until like the official games start, and I can't let the other creatures in here, and they're outside. Like, you need to go back out and deal with that shit. Once the game starts, come back in.
He goes out, he kills the goblins, and he gains combat experience.
Every time they do like anything, it gains them skills or health or whatever. It's like your typical game experience.
It's very much so like a
Video game.
yeah.
I think
Then blows
the
up the
tractor overheats because they run it for so long.
Oh, he does something to it.
Does he kick it?
Maybe.
Well, he
Something-
smashes a goblin with his foot for sure.
That's how it all starts.
And in this whole chaos, he does lose his shoes. So he is
Yeah, barefoot now.
barefoot for the rest of the book. So he eventually goes back into Mordecai's tutorial guild, and Mordecai is able to explain that he once was a crawler that reached level 11, and part of his agreement, because you'll start getting agreements as the further levels you get down after level something, you start getting these like reasons to stop. And we're going to negotiate.
Because no one's ever won the game. No one's ever
won the
gotten.
game.
I don't think anyone's gotten past level
13. And
Yeah.
the person who got the 13 died pretty much instantly.
And you're basically working for the game for a contracted time
Right.
before they'll
You're
release you back to.
You're basically an indentured servant.
But
Yes.
after your contract is up, they will release you to either back to your world or another world or something because
Never
they do
back
get to be free.
your world because your world's gone.
But they do get to be freed of
Yes.
their work and
this
service.
is supposed to be Mordecai's last game.
Yeah.
Mordecai outlines the Syndicate, an empire that seeds worlds, harvests resources, and profits through the Borant Corporation's galactic broadcast of the dungeon. So basically, this game is not just something you're playing, it's something that entire galaxies are watching and streaming, like Survivor or
I think Survivor was probably the most apt one.
Survivor of the Galaxy.
Or
Or
what's
what's-
dying
What's the one with
Naked
Joe
and
Rogan?
Afraid.
With Joe Rogan.
Fear Factor.
It's Fear Factor.
with Survivor.
Together.
Marry them and you
You
can
have
die.
Broadcasted 24 hours like Big Brother. Got
The
it.
main show is in the evening. They show all the highlights. If you get on that main show, you're more likely to
Earn
have people-
stats.
Yeah, earn stats. So Carl then learns how to use his map. He learns about the stats, the ratings, popularity-based reward systems, which goes back to that. If you have followers, you get things given to you. Which he in this book he doesn't have any
No.
sponsors.
They
or-
can't have sponsors this early in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
crawl.
they have to get to a certain level. But
Yes.
it kind of also reminds me of a video game version of Hunger Games.
Yes.
Yes.
They do get benefactor boxes once you get past like level 3 or something. So you want to gain that following. If you're on the show, you get them. You're more likely to get them because people know who you are. You've made it to the highlight reel.
And Mordecai's like, you can only get certain things that you need to survive from the benefactor boxes. So
Yes.
you need to have them.
Yeah, if you get a premium box or a gold box or a platinum box from the game itself, there's not going to be something as good as if you get one that's from a benefactor.
Yes.
Mordecai reveals no crawler has survived past level 13. Carl discovers his inventory because as they collect things, they can store them in this brain inventory. He can store unlimited items and keep food fresh. He gets a legendary box, which gives him a pet biscuit.
But they talk about it because they're like, it could either turn her into Princess Donut
Oh,
into
yeah.
like a crazy thing and she'll get zapped out because you can't harm anyone inside of the
Any
training
safe
room.
rooms.
Yeah,
And the-
or a safe room.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, we'll see. And she just like,
Yeah, he tells her like
He has no real
Mordecai's like,
attachment
you-
to her really yet. So he's
No.
like, let's risk it. Eat the damn thing.
yeah, and on top of that, like if you're gonna eat it, then we need to do it here because
Yeah.
we don't want to do it outside where you could kill me.
Right.
So she like turns into goo when she eats it. Eventually becomes back into herself, and then
yeah,
like,
because Mordecai's like, just don't touch it. Like, she'll get zapped out if she's going to turn into something devastating. Just
right,
let
just
it happen.
Let it happen. He's like, oh my god. Carl inspects his new items. He's looking at the Goblin Pass tattoo because he gets branded with tattoos when he killed the whole goblin colony. It's not a colony. What do we call it? A gang? Goblin
Throng.
A
gang?
mob.
A mob. Yes. The goblin mob. He has an endurance cloak, a regenerating troll skin shirt, and a strength boosting enhanced toe ring or enchanted toe ring. And again, the voice actor gets all weird when he's talking about feet, and to the point where it's like, does he like it? like, is he into feet? Is that what this is happening? Because he's stomped on a goblin, and the guy's like, and a toe ring, put it on. Oh.
New achievement.
When you killed a goblin with
Yes. It's a very sexualized voice. The
it
AI
sounds
gets
like
hot
he's
for his foot.
jerking off while he's talking about it.
It does. Yeah.
They sure do.
Great job to
Jeff Hayes.
Jeff Hayes. It did make me feel very uncomfortable the first time he did it. I was like, "Ew, what is happening?"
You would feel uncomfortable.
But he gets it, and it makes him nearly superhuman. So a lot of the foot enhancement things are very good, while some of the other gold ones are like, oh, that's okay. The regenerating troll skin shirt will help boost his health and quickly recover. Everything kind of starts to come together.
Fall
as
into
this book.
place.
Yeah. Donut eventually returns fully transformed, and the first reason why he even notices that she's fully transformed, she still looks just like a cat, like herself. She's a
Because she's an expensive cat.
Yeah, she's a
Yes.
show
She's
cat.
a
Yeah,
show cat.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
like won awards.
Yes.
She's a highly revered, award-winning show cat.
Yes, she has a room dedicated to her awards. Like
Yes.
she is Princess Donut.
Correct.
Queen Anne Chonk.
So he realizes she's fully transformed because he hears her voice.
Oh, because
She's
she can
now-
talk now.
Yeah, she's now intelligent, talkative, and magically gifted.
Caw. She's British.
Yeah. Donut appoints Carl as her manservant.
Because she's queen.
Well, she also
she's a
comes to life
royalty.
with more knowledge
She
points.
she has a higher intelligence.
A higher intelligence
and a
than Carl.
Yes.
Which makes her the team leader.
Yeah. Because you're a team because you entered into the dungeon together.
Together,
So
yes.
now they're
You can join forces with other people and become a
Yes.
team, but because you enter together, you're automatically a team.
a team. Yeah. So
and
now
because she's now a player in the dungeon
Yep.
with higher intelligence and has high charisma.
Yes.
Which means people will just fawn over her.
Yes.
And
Do
just
what
because-
she asks.
of course they will.
Yes.
She can barter really well.
Yes. So she appoints Carl as her manservant. She changes the name of their team. She changes his name to like Royal Servant or something, Royal Manservant.
Yeah.
So like when people meet Carl, it doesn't say Carl anymore.
It says
just-
Carl, part of the court of Princess Donut or something under his name.
Yes, but she changed his name too, so it's like Royal Manservant to Princess Donut or something. So now intelligent, she gains magic missiles and impulsively dons an enchanted crown tied to the blood sultanate of floor 9, which she gets these achievements and it looks pretty, so I put it on without.
Oh my God,
knowing-
Carl, it's a crown! And she's like, they're like, wait, donut! And she's like, throws it on, and it's like, you are now part of the Blood Sultanate.
Yes, there's like this whole thing where she's now binded to a royal quest to kill the Sultan's family before advancing. Like, they can't leave floor 9 until they kill the royal family because she put on this crown. And even Mordecai's like, oh, that was maybe not the best thing to do.
Because like you can read what these things are before you decide to actually
Yes.
enact them
They
in the
tell you
game.
what they do, but most of them have a cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's like, ooh, a purple royal
She's
crown.
just throwing shit
Put it
on
on
without
me.
even getting a chance to read about it.
And meanwhile, all is happening, and Carl's like, God damn it, donut.
Yes.
Damn it, donut. And as royalty, because she put on the crown, she's now royalty, truly.
Mm-hmm.
She becomes party leader while Carl becomes her bodyguard. Mordecai warns him to stay with her until floor 9 and to avoid deals on floor 12. Like, it's not worth it until you pass floor 12. After leaving the guild, Donut cycles between mocking and apologizing, admitting she remembers life as a house cat. At first, she's stubborn always, and she's demanding. But because of this blood thing for floor 9, he's like, you better know that you want to be with her because she's gonna have a cost on floor 9. So Carl's already like, I'm not really attached to her, but
She's not even really my cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's getting snarkier and demanding and go do this and let's go that way and so he's like, you know what, you're on your own, bye. And he goes to walk away and she's like, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, because Beatrice was her owner.
Which was Carl's girlfriend.
But he found out she was cheating. So she was in like Bermuda or something, sleeping with some guy. Yeah, she went to the Bahamas with her ex-boyfriend or with another guy who showed like for a girlfriend trip, and she brought some guy and she's
Posted it on
posting
social
pictures.
media of him on her lap or on her on
Yes.
his lap.
And like sharing a bed with him and things. And he's like, what the hell? So he ends it. Eventually you find out there was a lot more men and he didn't realize.
But that's part of her mocking him, like, oh, Miss Beatrice had this other man come over, and
Yes.
she would always scream his name when they were playing in the room. And he's like, what the fuck, Donut? Who was that? I don't know. He brought me cat treats.
There were 3 other men. I'm like, you're an imbecile if you didn't realize, right? Yeah.
Miss Beatrice had a whole Rolodex of men.
Yes. She's like, is that does it make it better that she always came home to you or something? And he's like, no, it doesn't.
She's like, oh, you were always off playing your stupid games, Carl.
Yes.
And she
But
always
she does have this moment right before
Oh, yes.
he decides to leave where she apologizes and says that she does care for him and she's learning how to navigate being
A talking cat.
talking cat and please stay. I do care about you. So together they fight creatures, including a lava-spitting llama that also is a drug dealer, where they get, meth or coke? These creatures,
yeah.
they can loot whatever there was on
I don't.
them.
It might have been meth. I don't know.
It's some sort of drug.
It is drug, and they're like, "Oh, is this dungeon made? No, it's the good stuff."
Oh, yeah.
But when they find it, they're like, what's this? Sure, okay, let's keep it. Like, they just put it in their inventory because they have unlimited
Yeah,
use of
Carl
that
just
inventory.
inventories
If you
everything.
can
Carl
hold
starts
it for like
becoming a
4
hoarder.
seconds, you can put it in your inventory. So
Yes.
he's just like, keep it all.
No matter what. And if it's like heavy, you just got to hold it up for 4 seconds and it'll go into your inventory. So he'll pick up full on like dressers filled with things to put everything that's in the dresser and the dresser in his
Yes.
inventory.
Or
And
because he's a gamer already, he's got a little bit of a leg up
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the game because he has just the general idea of how games work.
yes, yes.
So he's like, get it all, loot it all, put
We
it all
just killed
in.
that guy. Take his head. Put it in your inventory.
Yeah.
So they kill this lava-spitting, drug-wielding llama and these rats, which he just basically stomps on. Carl earns the foot soldier trait for surviving 10 battles. They reach another safe room, which is basically a place to sleep. You could
Buy a room
if you want, and it'll
Eat.
appear on all the floors.
You
There's-
can't be attacked in there.
Yes, it's
like-
a safe room. Like
yes.
truly, same way as the
The training guild.
training guild. And some of them have like full on like a person overseeing the whole place with a restaurant and cooking. And this first one they come.
Babkas.
The first one they come across, he's like, sure, make us whatever you feel like. And he serves him this wonderful food. So he's like, we're eating good. But some of the other ones only have little snacks or something that you can eat. It's not a full
If they don't
restaurant.
have like a vodka in there, then there's not like a chef making the food.
Right.
And it's all like nods to society from their planet.
Right.
So
Well,
like
they took,
sometimes it's
like,
like a fast
old-
food restaurant
Yeah.
or, like it'll be like the facade of like a Taco Bell.
Well, I think they took.
Yes.
Because they crushed everything.
There's actual things from Earth that
Yeah.
are like
Brought
was
and put
clearly
in.
a Taco Bell that's
Yes.
been made into a safe room.
Yes.
Or- so the population ticker shows that millions more crawlers are dead. Opening new chests, they only open their rewards when they're in a safe place because if you do, you can't really see. You're only seeing what's on your quote screen, if you will.
Yeah.
And so it blocks your view. You want to do it in a safe place. So they open new chests. Donut gets a talisman of the slate butterfly. Again, without reading, she just uses it. Carl suggests staying to farm nearby scatterbugs for experience before searching for the level 2 entrance. You want to gain more entrance before you actually go into the next level so that you can be prepared and have more experience and more strength and more all the things because the further down you get, the harder the level is going to be. And if you don't have the experience, the less likely you are to survive.
And if you don't make it to the entrance by the end of the timer for that level, the level collapses and you just die.
Donut agrees that they will try and get some experience before going to a level 2 entrance while reminding him that gaining viewers and patrons is crucial to survival. She really is like, I can't wait to get some followers because people love me and I'm a show cat and I'm good at this and we have to get on that show, Carl.
Then we jump in to chapters 10 to 18. They go to sleep in the safe room, and Carl lays down. Donut like curls up on his neck, and they sleep for about 10 hours. They shower, they eat, and he's wondering how people above ground are surviving because you did have the option to just stay outside
To not
and
do the dungeon,
figure
yeah.
out life out on the abandoned earth. They leave the safe room to hunt scatterbug, which are these large cockroach-like creatures. Donut's magic missiles and Carl's kick prove most effective in combat.
Also, these creatures are like, they also have experience and levels. So like, oh, this is a level 2
Scatterbug or whatever.
I could just crunch that with my feet, but a level 3 might have some more repercussions if I try to attack it. It's a little bit stronger.
Yes. So together they reach level 5. So Donut can assign her points, Carl can't. And they find a dark room filled with roaches and a foul smell. And Donut casually mentions Beatrice cheating on Carl again. And then Triggering his anger, he's reckless. Carl lights goblin dynamite and throws it into the room. The dynamite explodes. Carl is injured but heals right away, and the room is full of dead bugs. The door seals, and it's time for a boss battle.
Boss battle. And this is like loud, not in his head. It's like
It's like a boxing match starting.
this music goes and
And there's this
Strobe lights.
15-foot woman and like the name The Hoarder appears above her. She's speaking in Spanish and she's vomiting these scatterbugs. These cockroaches are coming out of her mouth, but she's like pleading for help in Spanish.
Yes.
Carl believes she's a human that they took and turned into this monster, and so he doesn't want to kill her. He's like, you're trapped in here just like I am.
Yeah.
But Donut attacks. And Carl starts to strangle the woman with a metal leash, and despite her pleas for mercy, Carl kills her to survive. They win the fight. Carl is deeply shaken by the violence. The Hoarder drops a neighborhood map as loot, because every time you kill, there's like neighborhood bosses, borough like they go up and up, like city bosses.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the basic bitch of bosses.
Yeah.
Carl consults Mordecai, who explains there are 6 types of bosses. Neighborhood bosses are the easiest. Carl earns a bronze star besides his name for defeating one, and he gains spiked knee pads and a wisp armor tome that he can't use yet. Donuts mocks his mismatched gear because he's got these heart boxers on, these spiked knee pads, no shoes, a cape. So Mordecai admits the showrunners interview crawlers sometimes, and Donuts wants fame and hopes to reunite with Beatrice, though Carl doubts she's alive. Like, she was probably inside her hotel room with the douche that she ran off with. She probably did.
yeah, he's like in the Bahamas. It would have been like 5 o'clock in the morning.
There's no way she would have been outside.
She wasn't awake.
They come up to this body and they're like, oh, well, we can loot it. And her name is Rebecca. Rebecca was shot by another crawler. It tells you on there, like, how they died. And this other crawler's name was Frank. And Carl gets really upset. And he's like, I'm going to hunt Frank down for killing this girl.
At first, he's kind of like, let's just leave it alone. And then Princess Donut is like, but what if he does this to other people? And then he's pissed. Like, you're right. This guy's just going around killing other...
Like, we all need to band together. We're
Yeah.
all here. Donut jokes that Frank might be a dog. Donut hates dogs.
Yes.
Abhors them. But Carl ignores her. She's like, oh, what if he's a Cocker Spaniel?
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand Cocker Spaniels. So they plan to watch the show's premiere in the safe room. Then they'll search for Frank and the staircase to go to the next level. The premiere of Dungeon Crawler World, Earth, airs in an immersive format, and the previous season's recap reveals players were manipulated into killing other players. Tally reveals the dungeon destroys entire planets once it's finished draining them. So the show portrays Earth negatively, focusing on chaos and death. Carl and Donut aren't mentioned, upsetting Donut. She's like, what? We haven't made it
How
on
did
the show?
not make the highlight reel?
The announcer warns not to descend before 6 hours to the floor collapse because you'll be stuck in that stasis state. And Carl realizes the dungeon mirrors the city above ground. They encounter slimes, which are difficult to fight. With limited time to find the stairs, they enter a goblin neighborhood using Carl's tattoo for passage. Every tattoo that he gets gives him entrance into something. This allows him to be non-combative with goblins, but it also, if like a goblin derivative fights him, he also incurs more damage than he normally would. Donut's charisma convinces the goblins to help, and they meet goblin shamans Rory and Lorelei.
Which she gives them their name.
Yes. Because Donut's
they don't
very
have
big on TV shows.
Yes.
Who offer to make them a vehicle in exchange for the meth that they picked up
Yep.
from
Meth.
the drug llama. So the goblins explain their
And that's when
cycle.
they're like, oh, this is the good stuff. Where'd you get this?
This is a dungeon made.
He's like, help us and I'll tell you where I got it.
Those who improve at killing crawlers advance deeper into the dungeon. So the goblins build a copper chopper vehicle with a sidecar for Donut. It runs on coal, so Carl stocks up on coal. Lorelei drunkenly flirts with Carl, and Rory gifts him bombs and grenades. Donut lies that the meth came from the llamas, inspiring goblins to attack them. And Donut manipulates the situation so they can loot more supplies and target the goblin.
Which is not necessarily a lie. It did come from the llamas, but she knows, like, you should definitely go check that out. The llama has all the...
We definitely didn't kill him. He's still out there, drugging it up. They target the goblin chieftain neck, and Carl reluctantly agrees, still haunted by killing the hoarder woman. So Donut and Carl loot everything they can, fill the barrels with gunpowder, and they push a cart of explosives into the chieftain's room and run.
Because there's no goblins around. They all went to go to the llama.
So
There's like
they
it's
want
empty.
all the
There's
meth.
There's just like
we
the
have our
main
time.
goblin guy is
Yes.
there, and she's like, oh, we'll
have
kill him.
We have everything we can right here to kill this guy without actually going into the boss room.
So Donut admits there were goblins and babies inside. She's like, oh, I did see some babies in there. Right before the bomb goes off, and then the explosion happens, and Carl detonates the bomb, and the chamber explodes. It kills the neighborhood boss, and they level up to level 8. Donut confirms that there were goblin babies and pregnant goblins among the dead. Carl is horrified, while Donut's unfazed. She's like, meh.
It is what we needed to do, Carl.
Yeah. The boss chamber burns, blocking their path, and then they see more goblins approaching on the map before they flee before they get retaliated against.
And then we get into chapters 19 through 27. After they blew up this entire room filled with babies and pregnant women, Carl is devastated.
Pregnant goblins.
And he gets a new achievement. And it's an infant aside.
They killed infants.
For killing the babies.
Oh, yeah.
And a war criminal achievement for 20 non-combatant kills. They find a safe room styled like a DMV with experience cookies.
One per person.
Yeah. Donut gains a Beguiler's box, armor, and a minion army tome. Not enough mana to cast. So you have to have certain amount of mana points to be able to cast certain spells. And she has it, but she can't cast any of it because she doesn't have enough mana points yet.
Yes, I think an important thing too about the XP cookies is when you eat the cookie, if you're on a team, you share some of the experience points with your team members.
Most of them you can't choose what experience it bubbles up or boisters.
So if it's like a 10 experience point, you're only getting 9.8 and your partner is getting 9 or 0.2.
Right.
But hopefully you both eat some and then you get full experienced points.
Right. Carl gains a Desperado tattoo, a Constitution ring, and an item value skill. Both have Desperado Club access. So because he has the Desperado tattoo, and though it's unclear what it means, they're not really sure exactly what the Desperado Club is because they don't have it on their floor, but they know that it's something good. So haunted by guilt over the goblin babies, Carl vows the dungeon will not break him emotionally, even if it kills him.
Well, that becomes like his mantra.
Yes.
He just like whispers like this, you will not break me.
Yes. And so Carl and Donut encounter Frank, the guy that killed the Rebecca in the beginning. He's a level 8 crawler with 3 skulls, which means he's killed 3 crawlers. You get a skull over your head every time you kill somebody. And so
when you walk up to people, they know you're a crawler killer.
Yes.
You get stars next to your name when you've killed bosses, and you get a skull next to your name when you kill crawlers.
And so Frank claims he's been sleeping in a women's restroom, and sleeping crawlers don't show up on the minimap. So when they're asleep in a room or whatever, you can't see them on your map because you can pull your map up and see like little dots of either non-combatant NPC things or the ones that are going to attack you. You can see them on your map in the distance.
With a radius that you have unlocked. Yeah.
Yes, with a certain amount of radius. And so he can't see him, but Donut accuses him of killing Rebecca, and Frank insists he had no choice. And so Frank says he and his partner Maggie worked for ICE and got trapped during the collapse. And Carl suspects Frank is lying. Maggie suddenly appears and Frank attacks Donut, breaking the safe room rule because you're not supposed to attack anybody when you're in this room. The dungeon freezes when Frank attacks Donut.
It gets frozen, then the AI's like, naughty. And then they get like zapped out.
And so Carl and Donut take off and they set a booby trap rat with dynamite for Frank to loot. They're like, he's gonna loot this rat and he's gonna take the dynamite and put it inside. It's gonna blow him up. And so Carl doesn't get confirmation that Frank and Maggie died from the trap. And he and Donut drive for hours on their goblin bike, encountering no mobs or people. And they're going for a little while and they're like, where is everybody? Carl reflects on his estranged father. He was a motorcycle lover who abandoned him. They're attacked by a scat thug, which is a raccoon-headed monster, but they defeat him, of course. Spray-painted signs suggest people and stairs are nearby. The stairwell is surrounded by a loop and guarded by a massive pink Pac-Man-like creature, and it's another burrow boss. Carl and Donut find about 40 survivors. They're mostly elderly and on a drawbridge led by Brandon, who is a level 6 and has a bronze star. And then other fighters include Chris, who's a level 6, Yolanda, who's a level 5, and Amani C, who's a level 10 and has 12 skulls. The group Meadowlark are staff and residents from an elder care facility, and Brandon explains that they entered the dungeon with the elderly during the chaos.
And these people are like the nurses or whatever taking care of these elderly people have good hearts. They're like, we're not going to leave these elderly on their own to fend for themselves.
Their job to care for these people. Amani, the Mercy, killed 12 elderly to spare them from a fiery death. So then Carl suspects Frank and Maggie may be responsible for missing group members. He decides that if he dies, it should be for the worthy cause. So Carl proposes everyone train and level up before teaming up to kill the burrow boss. Carl paints over the group's signs to protect them from killer crawlers. He just goes back and changes all the signs so people don't follow them. And he and Donut train by fighting troglodytes, which are lizard-like creatures. So their teamwork improves, and though Donut refuses to use her claws due to vanity because she's like, oh no, I will not be clawing out somebody's face with these hands.
Yeah. These buttes.
And they find the troglodyte boss room set in a gym, realizing bombing isn't an option this time. So Carl gets ready for this fight.
Yeah.
A level 2 troglodyte alerts the dungeon, sealing them in for boss fight. Like once they go in, they're like,
You can't come out.
it's battle. The doors close. Like now you got to fight. Enemies, 6 level 3 bashers, 3 virtuosos, and the level 9 boss, the juicer.
This is so funny.
Carl,
He's like it's big, roided out
yes.
gym bro.
He's got like a big old
How much do
head.
you lift, bro?
He's like screaming at him. Yeah. He's definitely got roid rage. And Carl uses confusing fog.
Not cool, bro.
Carl uses confusing fog to obscure the visibility. Donut uses her magic missiles, and Carl defeats the minions and fights the juicer with the barbell. And so Donut leaps on the boss and bites his neck, but is thrown against the wall. Carl finishes the boss with a punch, finding Donut injured but alive. She's like, her health has gone down dramatically. She melodramatically fakes dying. She's like, oh, it hurts, Carl. And then she's like, just being so drama about it. And Carl and Donut loot the room and
They also
visit.
have like these health potions and stuff that they
Yeah,
can
so they
take,
can like
which
heal each other.
them.
Yes. So Carl and Donut loot the room and visit Mordecai at a training guild. It's so funny because he's like, grab all the gym equipment, grab the barbells, and he's just like
Everything.
looting it all.
Yeah. If you can lift it, we can take it.
Yes.
I don't grab the table.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mordecai praises their victory over a level 9 boss. He advises Carl to fight bare knuckled and let Donut cast scrolls due to her intelligence. Mordecai can't reveal
Because he
details.
sees when you were hitting him with the barbell, it was doing less damage
Than
if
to
you
just
would've
hit him.
just hit him with your bare hands.
Yes. Mordecai can't reveal details about the burrow boss until it's dead. Carl gains enchanted throwing stars and a war gauntlet. So Mordecai warns that some dungeon creatures are willing participants, not victims. On the lower levels, he says, there are no gods here, just those who pay for the privilege. The show's new episode.
It's very ominous the way
Yes.
he's like,
Yeah.
there are no, remember, Carl, there are no gods here. Like,
Yes.
okay.
The show's new episode reveals only 2.5 million crawlers remain, down from the 13 million. So they're dying so fast. Carl and Donut still aren't featured on the show, and she's pissed about it. 6 hours before the collapse, they and Meadowlark's leader, Brandon, Yolanda, and Chris, prepare for the burrow boss battle. Elderly woman Agatha joins them unexpectedly as the battle begins. The boss, a level 15 ball of swine, a giant sphere made of tusked pigs, is their boss, and the group builds a portable fortress to protect themselves. They kind of practiced this before entering the room.
A
They
lot. They practiced a
figured it
lot,
all out.
yeah.
Like, this is what we're going to build this little structure, and you're going to move here, and you're going to do this, and they've kind of choreographed how they're going to fight this boss.
Because in Mordecai's like training thing, he talks about there's always clues on how to beat these creatures, right? When you killed the llama, it was because there was a ball of lava you could see in his throat. When you kicked him in the throat, it killed him.
Just like in any video game when you're fighting a boss, there's one specific spot that hurts them more than the rest of the
Right.
body. And the boss wedges itself between the ceiling and the fortress by accident because it didn't go exactly how it was
But
supposed
they
to.
do plan on stopping him because the thing is constantly rolling. So the
Yes.
plan was we need to stop him from rolling.
Yes, but it wedged where they
Yes.
thought it was just gonna it was strong enough to stop them. It wasn't, and it kind of got wedged
yes.
into the wall. And they threw the openings in their little split fortress, and the boss splits into smaller tusklings, which the group kills each little baby one, and they end up winning. So levels after the battle are this. Donut and Carl turn into level 10. Amani becomes level 11. Chris and Brandon level 8. And Yolanda becomes level 6. They loot the burrow map and unlock the stairwell. The Meadowlark team gathers the elderly to move them toward safety because they finally beat the boss. Now they got to make their way to the stairwell. Carl debates staying independent or helping the group. Agatha sneaks down the stairs first.
She
Carl
just goes. She just runs for it. And they're like,
And then like the
"Agatha."
stairs turn into a ramp and she just pushes her cart down the ramp.
Carl and Donut follow, and at the bottom, They land on a boat set, greeted by Lexus, an associate producer. Lexus tells them they're scheduled for an interview with Odette, and that ends my chumps.
It's their first show.
The show, biatch. Then we jump into My Chumpies, which are chapters 28 through 36. Carl and Donut appear on the surface in a production trailer. Lexus is physically present, but Odette and the alien audience are holograms. So she kind of preps them. Like, it's going to look very similar to what you would recognize as a TV set. It's going to be familiar, but nothing is really what it seems. So, like, if you go too far, just don't. It's not actually real. So Odette is the host, and the galaxy's the most beloved host. She works for the Titan conglomerate, not the Syndicate. While Donut revels in the attention, Carl remains wary as Donut insists she was bred for this. But they also give her something to, like, boost her charisma, if you will, and like.
Well, they have snacks, but they don't like tell her these are enhancement snacks.
So she's like, these are delicious, but they are definitely. Like, Carl notices, like, what's going on with you? She becomes very much so a little bit more animated, a little bit more like. I mean, she's already got this way about her.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yes, but she definitely has more of it. On stage, the alien crowd goes wild. Odette, appearing as a crab mantis hybrid, praises them as breakout stars and asks for Carl's catchphrase. And he's like, I don't have a catchphrase. And she's like, really? Run the clips. And it's just like this like montage of scenes of him just like, God damn it, Donut. So she's like, I told the audience I'd get you to say your catchphrase. And he's like, God damn it, Donut.
He didn't even realize it was something he said that often.
And then the audience is like,
yes. Like a so freak out. But it does. He says it a lot. There's like 7 at least clips of him screaming it in the middle of a fight. Donut instantly wins over the audience. Odette asks about their alliance with Meadowlark. Donut promises stylish victories and like, keep watching. You'll like what you see. Feeling Carl's concern about her growing fame addiction. After the audience disappears, Odette privately calls Lucia Marr, who is another player that she tried to interview, a psychopath, and then removes her disguise. She like takes off this crab mantis hybrid body, revealing she's a legless human woman who used the crab mantis form as a crawler armor. She was a crawler herself. She lost her legs, and then she was given this crab mantis thing for armor, and that's what she uses when she goes onto the stage. She was Mordecai's trainer. She asked Carl to tell him to visit when his servitude ends this season. She advises Donut not to change races and tells Carl that loot boxes respond to intent. Yeah, because you can, so I think it's like level 3, you could change your race. And so Carl's on the fence. Donut's like, absolutely not. And Odette basically says, yeah, you don't want to change from a cat. Be a cat. And if you're going to change from being a human, Carl, change to being something similar. Don't like become a cat. Odette explains she lost her legs on floor 11, but a legendary item saved her. She warns them to trust no one without understanding their motives. Mordecai's freedom depends on Carl and Donut reaching floor 4. Otherwise, he could be bound for years. When Carl asks why she's helping, Odette admits it's because her audience and her wallet love them. Go back to the dungeon, and on floor 2, Meadowlark hasn't appeared yet. 2 hours remain before the collapse. The floor mirrors level 1, but with visible stairs to level 3. Carl and Donut kill level 2 brindle grubs. They don't do a lot of damage, or if any.
But they keep growing. Like, if you leave their corpse out, the other grubs will go and eat the corpses
because
and get
they eat
bigger.
Corpses just in general, not even their own, but like any corpses.
Yeah.
So, and if the more they eat, they level up, and that's one of the creatures that, as they level up, they get more and more dangerous. So he starts like just demolishing these creatures every time he does, so that the dungeon, like the brindle grubs, won't have anything to eat. He just like stomps on them like crazy until they're basically nothing, which the AI loves. And then they also kill some danger dingoes. Donut, which are like dogs, so Donut hates them. Donut kills the dingoes with fury, because obviously they're dogs. She hates them. They enter a storm shelter safe room with bathrooms, cots, and a mailbox. Carl gains a cheat code potion, boosting pugilism to 10, and a pedicure kit, enhancing barefoot skills. And again, he's like, yeah, scrub those feet. So if he cleans his feet every evening, he will have great enhanced barefoot skills. Donut receives a dungeon book, and he can feel, like, when he starts to do his feet with the pedicure kit, he can, like, feel the power coming into his feet.
It's like, oh, I don't feel the ground, like the stones when I walk anymore. And
because he's walking barefoot through this place, so he's starting to feel like he could.
He's building up some calluses.
Yeah, he's definitely got some calluses, I'm sure. So Donut receives a dungeon book of the Floor Club membership, giving her 1 spell per level. Her first is necromancy, allowing her to raise monsters as allies. So if they kill them, she can raise them again. They only last a certain amount of time based on her skill level with this, but she can raise them up and they will fight for her. The first floor collapses, reducing survivors from 2 million to 1.2 million. 24 of the 30 people from their previous safe room die, and Agatha is still missing. Some people decided to stay behind, like the
elderly people, yeah.
Because they were like, we're going to die anyways, we would rather do it on our own terms. And they go out singing. Brandon urges an early push to floor 3 to avoid separation, and Carl reluctantly agrees. The new episode focuses on Lucia Mar and Le Mouvement. Carl and Donut get only 15 seconds of airtime, and Agatha is completely edited out. Producers shortened the season to 6 days due to high mortality. So they're supposed to have 10. They've reduced it to 6. They want people to go down to the next level. Ratings, views, followers, favorites are now visible to everyone. Donut delights in her numbers, but Carl warns her to stay grounded.
Yeah, she's like living it up.
all
Like,
these people.
we have viewers. She's like so excited. He's like, okay, calm down,
There's
Donut.
views,
Calm down.
followers, favorites, and then I think you can only have 3 or 4 patrons or something like that.
sponsors. But you can't get a sponsor. There's like bidding wars for sponsors, and that happens at another level.
Yes. It doesn't even happen in this book. With time to collapse, 5 days, 10 hours, they have Carl's views are 69 billion. He has 635 million followers, and he has 149 million favorites. He's gone viral. They explore near the stairwell, finding a tutorial guild and safe room. They kill level 3 clericons, they're toxic leprechauns, and loot them with Carl keeping a slingshot. In a workshop filled with clericons and moonshine-making fairies, Carl decides not to burn the room to preserve loot and asks Donut to teleport. These moonshine-making fairies are like an MLM. There are people at the top,
Oh, yeah.
that are the boss, and all these other people have to make it, and you have to recruit more people.
Yes.
So Donut charms the fairies. She kind of walks in like she's potentially an interested customer. But Donut charms the fairies and leads them out. Carl then throws explosives, killing all 40 clericons. The final fairy attacks, and Donut defeats her in a mana duel. She makes a comment like, before she dies, the fairy, she's like, we were about to go to level 3! And then she gets killed. The enormous kill count boosts both of them to level 11. They collect gold, moonshine, and an alchemy workstation. Carl feels conflicted using charm to kill intelligent mobs. Suddenly the boss, Krakaren clone, level 10, she's like the main MLM boss bitch.
Yes.
And she bursts out, which is interesting because on level 1, they couldn't leave their rooms. So he's like, we don't even have to go fight the boss. Let's just quietly loot this room and get out of here. And then she comes in and he's like, what happened? He bursts out and a warning reveals bosses can now leave their rooms. The Krakaren clone attacks with tentacles and debris. They're cornered. Donut tells Carl she loves him, though not as much as Beatrice or Ferdinand.
And he's like, who's Ferdinand?
Who's that? Then admits she lied about being fine without him. Carl prepares to sacrifice himself, but the explosion triggers before he can speak. Carl survives but is badly injured. Donut drags him. He can't even get up. He's like, I can't. She's like, the flames, Carl, they're coming closer. And he's like, I can't move. Goodbye, Donut. And so she drags him to safety using his cloak and heals him with a scroll. Their views skyrocket. Returning to the boss room, they discover Carl's alchemy table survived, likely a system glitch. Like, they flee to the tutorial guild to meet Mordecai. Carl relays Odette's message. Mordecai warns not to trust her. He's like, gets super pissed off. Like, she said what to you?
That bitch was talking about me?
Yeah. Keep my name out your mouth. He warns not to trust her, and now in bugaboo form, which he's like,
He's a changeling. So he changes forms every new level.
Oh, yeah.
he says a PR agent named Zev will arrive soon. Carl receives enchanted boxers that form a protective shell every 30 hours. And they make a comment like, if you want shoes or if you want pants, stop making a big deal about not having pants.
Yes.
Because
they're
people
going to
love
not
it,
give it to
and
you.
they're not going to give it to you.
Yes.
So now he's gotten boxers and he's like, don't react.
Yes.
Don't react. And then he's like, damn it. Like, he reacts. He can't help but bubble up. So now he's like, whatever. These will look great. And they're like, a loudspeaker warns against harming admins just before Zev arrives. Zev is a 2-foot-tall female Kuatin from Borant PR, is assigned to manage their publicity under the crawler-assisted outreach program. Basically, she's like, you're super popular. You have a ton of people reaching out. I'm your PR agent. Mm-hmm. She insists that they must continue interviews and schedule fights. Carl refuses, arguing they're fighting for survival. Like, he gets super upset. Like, we're human, fighting to live, and you want me to go do these interviews, and I can only do 2 a level and all this stuff. Like, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, I get it. We're all in this. He kind of reacts, right? He knows that he's not supposed to be frustrated with this admin, but Zev admits that her family's lives depend on her compliance and explains that everyone in the system is trapped by fear and power. Like, you're not alone. Donut bonds with her over Gilmore Girls. She's like, you've watched Gilmore Girls? Or, yeah, and they like have this moment. Mordecai later explains that the party, the Bloom, a fascist superpower, is forcing Borant to end the game early for profit. They're basically almost going bankrupt, and someone has showed up and said, you need to pay. And so they're trying to rush this game along so that, and he's able to tell him that because Zev and Donut are having this moment. And I don't think you can record when there's an admin in the room or something. So he's like able to kind of step aside and tell him, this is why your game is being rushed, is because they need the money. Mm-hmm. And they don't get paid out for that money until the season is over. So they're trying to get as much money as they can, as quickly as they can.
Then we jump into the final chapters, 37 through the epilogue. Carl realizes that the grubs are endlessly spawning. Mordecai explains they're part of the dungeon's waste management system because they eat all of the necrosis and the dead things. So Carl coordinates a rendezvous with Brandon's Meadowlark group and avoids killing the grubs to prevent more of them spawning and more of them leveling up.
And they have like a max, and they've already reached the max. When you killed all those people, 15 bugs appear every time you kill someone. Yeah. And you've reached the max for this level, which is 5,000 or some 15,000 or something like that.
Amani and Chris arrive pulling roller coaster style carts for the elderly crawlers. They're all linked by this glowing chain. Miss McGibbons, who's 99, flirts with Carl. Donut curls into her lap. Brandon thanks Carl, who says humanity survives only by helping each other. Jack, one of the elderly, starts to urinate on the wall. So at this point, because so many people have been peeing and pooping outside of the bathrooms, they were like, if anyone, like the system, not the system AI, it's Cascadia. She's like the director of the crawl. She comes on and sends this message and it's like, if any crawlers are found urinating or defecating outside of an approved bathroom, your whole group is going to get killed immediately.
Like, you need to know that this is serious. Stop doing it. And already, I feel like Carl is on the fence. Like, he feels like keeping them alive is almost doing a disservice to them. They're probably going to die anyways. We should probably not try to keep them alive. So he's like on the fence about staying and helping because what is actually ethical.
Yes. So Jack whips out his dick. He goes to pee on the wall, violating the dungeon rules and triggering this like monster spawn. But before like the whole group gets killed, Yolanda kills Jack to prevent it. But it's too late. There's this level 93, because they're all in the teens at this point. Level 93 rage elemental forms. Donut casts a fog cloud, but Yolanda and Randall are killed. Gravity reverses, so Carl and Donut and Miss McGibbons crash into the ceiling. So the group rushes the elderly towards the safe room. Carl carries Miss McGibbons despite his injuries. He, Donut, and Miss McGibbons barely make it inside before the elemental strikes. The safe room is a fried chicken restaurant, and Meadowlark tends to the wounded. Carl worries that the elderly might slow him down, but Miss McGibbons thanks him warmly. So they're stuck inside the room, but they can hear that, like, they have to deal with the monster outside.
Not stop scratching at the door.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's coming for them for sure.
He notices that the ratings have exploded. They have 212 billion views, 4.4 billion followers, and 793 million favorites. The recap episode shows Jack's urination and declares Carl, Donut, and the Meadowlark team trapped. The elemental pounds on the door while they watch. Safe rooms close 1 hour before the collapse, meaning the elderly can't stay long. Because they changed the rule because the elderly stayed in the safe room and died there when the level collapsed. So Carl...
That doesn't make for good TV, so
No.
you can't do
Exactly.
that.
You got to get out of the room. You got to make entertainment.
There is a rule that if you're like in a safe area or in the going into the staircase, you get zapped away. Carl abandons his recharge plans for his motorbike and works with Brandon to build a bomb launching vehicle over the next 5 hours. He hides his real strategy to exploit a dungeon bug, fearing the AI oversight. They escape the safe room with the elderly as the elemental attacks. Views hit 1 trillion.
They like test it out first. Like, do we even have to go through all this trouble? Can we just teleport him away? And they open up the door. He goes to like scratch in, and as soon as he does, he's teleported away, but like maybe a minute and a half away. Like,
Yeah,
he comes right back.
Exactly. So they're like, oh, but they also don't talk about it out loud because the AI will intervene. So the stairway appears. Carl pushes the chopper to the limit as the boiler overheats. Donut sprays oil. They jump as the chopper drops into the stairwell. The elemental plunges after the chopper and dissolves in the dungeon because it's not allowed to go to the next floor. Donut is annoyed. They got no experience, and Donut's pissed about it because they found a loophole.
Yeah.
So Carl urges the Meadowlark team to get their elderly to safety. In the safe room, an admin named Mukta teleports Carl and Donut to an interview, and Donut's like, "Where's Zev?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's so pissed about it.
Donut asks about Zev, and Mukta says he overrode her and reassigned her. They arrive in a tiny interview boat on a rundown set hosted by Maestro, a Death Watch Extreme Dungeon Mayhem, a show for young, bloodthirsty viewers. And they're nasty. Their audience...
Slogan.
Yeah, the audience is like, glurp, glurp, whenever they like something. Like they're sucking on something. I was fucking nasty.
Yeah, it was weird.
The Maestro is a huge young orc, instantly irritates Carl. He's just a dick.
He's such a
Zev
douche.
was like, I will allow you to pick and deflect what, like, tell me no, you don't want to go on certain
Yeah,
shows.
you have to go on Odette, but you get to pick the other shows.
Yeah, like, I'll work with you and find one. I found one already because we needed to do something, but I think you'll like it. It's a great show, whatever. And then this guy comes in and he's like, Zev is being punished and you're going on this show.
Time to see this
Because
orc.
they're paying us more.
Exactly. Yeah. So 2 crawlers, Li Jun and Zhang, compete in a game predicting whether doomed crawlers will survive. Correct guesses earn 1 teleport to safety. So they basically zapped these 2 crawlers out of like this dangerous situation, but the rest of their party is still trapped.
Like frozen in time.
Yes, and they get, like, if they win these guessing games, they get to save 1 person. Like, who do you choose, your best friend or your sister?
Like, what's the outcome of this scenario? If you guess right, then you can choose who you're going to save.
So Carl tries to leave. He's like, fuck this. I'm not playing your game. But is threatened with an acceleration, which is death. Allowed to speak freely. So there's like, PR agent is like, you can talk shit to this orc guy all you want, as long as you don't talk shit about Borant, the company who's running the crawl. So Carl plays along. He manipulates the situation. He challenges the Maestro, instructing the duo to run.
This is what you need to do. He like instructs them how to survive.
So Maestro teleports them into danger to punish them, but they survive by turning mobs on each other. Carl mocks the host, and he's like, glurp on that, motherfucker. So Maestro brings out a surprise guest, which is Frank and Maggie, and a clip shows Frank, Maggie, and their daughter, Yvette, being guided to murder other crawlers. After an injury, Maggie mercy kills Yvette.
The daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter. A devastating scene. So Maggie is on... She's ready to murder Carl and Donut because in her mind, they are the reason why her daughter's dead.
But we don't see that right away. It's like, Carl's like, you monsters, you killed your daughter?
So another clip reveals that the earlier ambush Carl and Donut and looted Carl's dynamite-rigged rat corpse. Carl realizes his trap indirectly injured Yvette. Maggie tries to stab him but fails. Carl apologizes but blames their manipulative guide, and Maggie vows vengeance.
Yeah, Yvette was like so injured that she couldn't heal, and they didn't have anything to heal her.
It was just like a cycle of pain that she was going to live in.
And she was just going to slowly die. And so she ends up killing her because it's like, I'm going to mercy, keep you from suffering kind of thing, right?
I don't think we know that she was never going to heal, because in this moment, I didn't know that. Carl's telling her, like, you didn't have to kill her. She would have healed. Why did you kill her? You're blaming me for her death, but you killed her. She's like, you don't know what we went through. You don't know what we've been going through.
So the Maestro tries to force drama, but the crawlers refuse, and Donut humiliates him. Viewership drops Then the maestro's like trying to salvage the viewers and he gives gifts. Carl gets useless boots because the AI doesn't want him to wear shoes. Frank and Maggie receive a tracker potion, allowing them to find any crawler by name. And Carl and Donut are teleported to a safe room. The recap episode gives their elemental escape only 3 minutes because they found the loophole, so they're not trying to show all that. Crawler population drops below 1 million. A new announcement reveals stairwells will no longer disintegrate mobs because they're fixing shit as they find it. Zev returns saying she was cleared but must be cautious. And Donut asks if Borant is upset about the maestro. And Zev says Borant is actually pleased. Like, you guys didn't talk shit about the company, so they're cool.
Zev, you stirred shit up.
Yeah.
And she was in trouble because she told Carl about how the monsters will dissolve before they go in. Like, she just offhandedly said it, and he was like,
She's really trying to help them.
She was in timeout, essentially.
Yeah.
But got off because he did so well with Maestro.
So Zev reveals Maestro is the prince of the ancient Skull Empire. She confirms that floors run in 1 to 3 patterns, meaning floors 9 mirror floor 3, and a viral snick, which is like a fake video
Oh, yeah.
of Carl embarrassing Maestro for the skull. It's like him railing Maestro is this video, and it looks
He's like, glurp on this, mother.
So Carl and Donut level up to level 12, and near the boss area, they find injured dingoes in cages. Carl's biscuits turn one of them to be non-hostile, so they give it to all of them. And now they have this like fleet of dingoes, and Donut's pissed. But she's like giving them directions.
Well, it's clear they're in like some sort of dog fighting kennel.
Ring.
Yes.
The boss fight begins. 40 kobolds release a level 11 frenzied gerbil named Ralph. Carl uses Carl's Jugaboom, which is this like makeshift bomb that he
With a
made.
moonshine. And
Yes.
It's like named after him because he created this weapon.
Yes. The dingoes escape and slaughter the kobolds. Carl lands a rare 2% stun punch and kills it with a barefoot stomp. And the dungeon groans in approval sexually. They loot a neighborhood map, a master pen key, opening one bait animal cage. So they get this key to save an animal and access into an inner boss room. The pet reward chambers with 10 bait creatures. Donut chooses a raw chicken-looking creature with feathers, a Mongolinesis, who immediately bites her right on the nose, and she names him Mongo. Carl warns her about that without bonding Mongo, they will teleport away during training.
Like every time we go into a safe room,
When he
this
bites us, he's
animal's
gonna
leave. Yes.
Yeah, and she had like some other really cool options
There was
to
9
pick.
other options you could have
And
picked.
she picks this scraggly ass chicken leg thing, and she's like, "But he's so cute, Carl."
Come, Mongo, come to mommy.
Yeah, oh yeah, come to mommy, Mongo.
So Donut works with Mongo. Viral clips of Mongo biting her and Carl. Biting her, and then Carl versus the Maestro send their popularity surging. Mordecai explains race class mechanics for the next level because they're going to have to choose.
Yeah.
He's telling them like the AI is going to give you suggestions, but they ignore social rankings. So be aware of
Like,
that
it'll
while
give
you're
you
choosing.
some really good options, but it might not fare well with what you're.
Yeah, you might turn into a one-eyed fucking loser, so that you might like your audience might not like that.
Yeah.
So Mongo bites Carl and gets teleported out of the safe room. Donut retrieves him crying like a baby. She teaches Mongo to kill bugs, and his dot shifts from red to white, which is non-hostile, but they're not bonded yet, and both Carl and Donut reach level 13. Mongo is captured in a fight. Donut rescues him, triggering their official bond. Zev arrives as the system comes back online, saying Odette is ready for them, and they descend to level 3. Then the epilogue. Odette discusses the elemental escape and the Maestro viral clip. Mongo could be a strong
Which Donut it has a field day with. She freaking loves. She thinks it's hilarious. This clip of Maestro and Carl.
She's like, oh, they really did you good, Carl. Look at the size of you.
Oh yeah.
So Mongo could be a strong pet if they keep him alive, and Carl learns Mordecai never wanted to work with Odette. She won't say why. Odette tells Donut to pick her race and class first and tells Carl to choose something with pathfinding or advanced mapping.
Yeah, this is like after the show. The show's over. They have like a few minutes before they get zapped back into the crawl, and she's giving them these little tidbits. And for some reason, everybody is like really trying to help them.
I think there's definitely monetization about it, right? Like we're making a lot of money off you. Don't die. Do this. this, right?
Yes, this is how you can keep living, and we will keep making money.
Yes.
Yeah, so she warns about the Valtate Corporation, next season's showrunners, and the current debt collectors. So the Borant system that's running the show is in massive amounts of debt. So all these other organizations are trying to bankrupt them, so they have to end the crawl early, which would effectively kill everybody.
Right.
So she reveals Mongo she's like, oh yeah, what is he called on Earth?
It's a different name.
A velociraptor. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And hints that Donut will be offered a rare charisma-based class that will anger someone powerful, but doesn't give any more information than that. That's where we end the first book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series.
And now we get to do rankings.
Yes.
Okay, so we base all of our books on a 3-shot system. 1 shot is I'm not coming back for more. 2 shots, it's good enough for another, but not worth a hangover. And 3 shots, it got me up. Okay, so I am rating this a 3-shot, but I feel like so the last book I rated a 3-shot, but I feel like for very different reasons, right? Like this is totally a different book. This was a book that was fun. There wasn't a lot of serious, there's for sure some, like in your summary you mentioned
Capitalism.
Yeah, there's definitely some serious undertones to it, but it's very light. It's very funny. The audiobook is, I'm laughing out loud while I was listening to it. Yes, so while it's definitely, I feel like, on a different level than Remarkably Bright Creatures, which I rated a 3 shots, it's still definitely a 3 shots.
Agreed. 3 shots because I don't read series, and I'm on book 3, I think.
Yeah.
About to finish book 3 and looking forward to reading the next one for sure.
Samesies. I'm giving it a 3. I've never read a lit RPG book before, and it made me want to know more about. This book was very funny. It was light, and it, like you said, it had a lot of serious undertones, and I'm almost done with all the published books for this series now. So 3 shots for me.
Yeah, you blew through them, and you blew through the first one.
Yeah,
you did.
I read this book in like 3 days maybe, and yeah, it was definitely good. I paid attention the whole time. Luckily, I had some time to listen to it, but I for sure will be reading more of this series.
Yeah, definitely. My goal will be to try to finish the series before the next book comes out. There you have it, guys.
So if you haven't read Dungeon Crawler Carl, yes, we just gave you a summary, but I still suggest listening to
Oh,
them.
yeah. We
All right, well, that's a wrap on this episode of Literature on the Rocks. You've successfully survived the summary of Dungeon Crawler Carl. Traps triggered, alliances formed, and dignity mostly intact. Achievement unlocked! Finish the recap without rage quitting. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an episode. We drop new content every Wednesday. The prompts for this book are already posted, so enter at your own risk before we descend into the book club next week.
And if this episode earned 5 stars in your personal leaderboard, rate and review us. Princess Donut demands it. And frankly, we don't argue with royalty.
New achievement! You've completed this episode of Literature on the Rocks. Rewards include questionable decisions and a deeper love of Dungeon Crawler Carl. To unlock bonus content and continue the crawl, follow @LitOnTheRocksPod on Instagram and TikTok, and visit literatureontherocks.com.
Until next time, may your loot be legendary, your companions be trustworthy, and your cocktails hit harder than a dungeon boss. Cheers!
Toodaloo!
Bye.